Hello everyone, it's Isaac here, back with another video. I'm sorry I did not stream yesterday. I was planning on doing it, and then I just ran out of time. I was also really tired, and if I'm tired and I try doing something, it doesn't go very well, so I figured my stream on Friday would be enough. Today's video is going to be a long one, and in today's video we're going to show you exactly how to record a video on any computer, and also how to stream. Now, this pretty much pertains to Nitro Type. I'm not going to be covering other games, because there's plenty of good videos out there. We're going to start with video recording, and before we get started, there's a few things you're going to have to know. First things first, how fast is your internet? And what you can do is go to this website called speedtest.net. I'm not going to go to it because it will show my internet provider and my IP address, so don't show any screenshots to this of this to anybody. Go to speedtest.net. Don't really have to worry about your ping or your download for this specific use case, but if your upload is 1 megabit per second or above, then you're good to go. You can pretty much upload whatever you want. Just note it may take a little longer if it's below 5 megabits per second. And then later for streaming, you need to make sure your internet upload is at least 2 megabits per second. You can go below that, but I recommend for best quality at least 2 megabits per second upload. Maybe you're just super far from the router and you can't get a good speed. Maybe try moving closer. I don't know. I assume most of you live in a town. I don't, and so because of that my internet's okay, but it's not anything crazy fast. It works really well though. But yeah, once you've figured out that, basically ideally you want above 2 megabits per second for everything, but with video uploading you can do 1 megabit per second. Next thing you're going to need to know is what your computer runs. What operating system does it use? And that's just a fancy word for basically, what your computer runs. For instance, my computer runs Windows. You'll have a little Windows thing down here. However, there is one other operating system I think most people use, and it's Chrome OS. Now, as you noticed, I'm using Google Chrome, but this is not Chrome OS. This is just Google Chrome on a Windows PC. If I minimize this window, this is Windows. See, I have all my Microsoft Edge and stuff. I never use Edge because why not? But yeah, I use Google Chrome as the web browser. This is probably what you're going to want to use, at least for the stuff I'm going to show you how to do. But if you're using Windows, good news, it's going to be super easy to record and stream. If you are using Chrome, it's going to be a little bit harder. I do not have my Chromebook with me. Well, I do, but it doesn't work it doesn't really work anymore, so I could not show you on that. But a Chrome OS, it typically only runs on Chromebooks. You boot it up, it has like a white screen with Chrome on it. Then you have to sign in using your Google account. If you really don't know what operating system you use, I guess you could be using Mac too. If you're using Mac, then it's also really easy. Basically the same thing as Windows, just a little different. I don't think anyone uses Linux, but once you know your operating system, Chrome is going to have all your things in the center, down here. Windows is going to have them off to the right, unless you're using Windows 11, which I don't think anyone is. And if you're using Mac, you're going to be using a MacBook, and down here below your screen, there should be something like a MacBook Air, MacBook Pro. Yeah. We're going to get started with video recording. For Chrome, super simple. Go to the Google Web Store. I'm not going to go to it now because it will reveal my Gmail. Download Loom, sign up, and then this is your free video recorder. I'm not going to click on this. It's pretty self-explanatory, but once you have that set up, you can record videos up to 5 minutes long. That's not very long, but like I said, if you're using Windows, it's a lot easier. I do recommend getting their Pro subscription. It is not the cheapest thing in the world, but it does work well, and I recommend it more than Screencastify, simply because you can edit stuff with Loom a lot easier than you can with Screencastify. I don't use a video editor. I know of one that I'll probably use when I get a nicer computer, but I'm not going to be covering video editing today. If you're using Windows, go and download OBS. I know this looks really messy and complicated. It's not, believe me. It looks really bad, but it's not. It's super easy to use. Go download OBS. In fact, I'll look it up right now. obsproject.com, and it will have Windows, Mac OS, Linux, and you can literally just download all that, or just Windows, Mac OS. I don't think anyone uses Linux. That's typically like servers, or some people do use Linux, I guess, but I doubt anyone of you are using Linux. It's not for Chrome. You can actually enable Linux through Chrome, and then you can download OBS, but I don't recommend doing that because it's really not a good experience and it's not going to work very well. But once you have Loom downloaded, you can record videos. I'm not going to go to that because it will reveal my Gmail as well. But basically, you can clip stuff out of your videos. You do have to download the video before you can upload it, because it is a web-based thing, and the quality is not going to be quite as good for subtle texture changes like this, or maybe like this. This is going to be much better on something like OBS. So now we're going to talk about streaming. Streaming is really simple. If you're on Chrome, I recommend using Restream. It is free. You link up your... I'm just going to go to my studio. You link up your YouTube channel. And once you've done that, as soon as it loads, it's going to take a second, or maybe not, it might take more than a second, you can literally hit go live, and it will allow you... I'm just going to start without camera, and I can basically just stream from this. I don't even have to use YouTube Studio. Only thing with this, it does not allow you to choose your quality, and the quality isn't going to be quite as good as if you're using something like OBS. Simply because it is a browser recorder, it's not going to be quite as good as if you were to get an app that just records everything you do. I don't know why. It does have some automatic, not decompression, it has some automatic compression, so some of like the textures like this and some of the textures here are going to look a little bit pixelated, but it's not going to take away too much. Other than that, I really do highly recommend Restream. They're awesome. You don't even have to pay for anything. You don't get to choose what quality you stream in, so like I said, if you probably want an internet upload here of at least 4 megabits per second, because it's locked 720p 60 fps. I stream in 720p 30 fps because this computer can't really run Nitro Type more than 30 fps. I know this looks smoother than 30 fps, but it's not, believe me. And then with OBS, it's also pretty simple. You go to your YouTube Live dashboard. I'm actually going to hide my screen, so don't reveal my stream key. That's not what I want to do. Just hide my screen for just a second. I'm still here. I'm going to go to my YouTube Studio. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to go to Go Live, and I'm going to go to, as soon as it loads, just a second. Why did that not save? Bruh. Okay, so we're here in YouTube Studio. This is what I use to stream. Well, not solely this. Basically, you'd go to your stream settings. I'm not going to go to that because it will reveal my stream key. Hit copy, go to OBS, go to settings, go to stream, and then you hit stream key, put it in, save, apply, and then once you have that, you can literally hit start streaming, and it does like a 6-second countdown, and then you're streaming. So it's super simple. And then you just wait for this to connect. I'd give it 10-20 seconds. So yeah, you've probably already noticed OBS is much more complicated. So I'm going to walk you through some of the settings because that is important. I don't know why it just logged me out. I don't know if I don't know. Actually, my screen, I'm going to hide my screen again so I don't reveal my password. Also going to mute my mic so you can't like count the amount of characters. Okay, we're in the garage. We're going to just open up OBS. So for recording with OBS, I recommend to just go to your settings. You can also do it down there. Go to your output. If you're using a computer that has an NVIDIA GPU or a graphics card, go to the encoder. And it's not going to let me do this because I'm recording right now, but you'll have NVENC or X264. Go to X264 if you're not using an NVIDIA GPU. There might be one for AMD GPUs, but I'm not sure. My computer will, my new one will have an NVIDIA GPU, so I will be using that. And the reason you should use that is because it's a separate chip built into your graphics card. It does not really affect your graphics card performance too much, maybe just a few percent. It doesn't make it run all that much hotter, and it basically doesn't affect your system. It's much higher quality for most. I have my CPU usage at very fast. It's kind of an opposite thing where the faster it is, the easier it is on the computer to record. This is not the fastest computer in the world, so I do have it on very fast. CRF is 26. That's basically the lower the number, the higher the quality. Ideally, you want to do 20, but I didn't want to do that. Audio, don't mess with your audio settings. Video, I recommend doing 720p, 60 fps, but if your internet upload is like below 3 megabits per second, mine isn't, but just for the sake of less upload time, I do 30 fps because this thing can't really run anything 60 fps. Hotkeys, I was going to use these, but they don't work the greatest. I don't know why. Maybe that was patched. I will try this again because it's kind of unprofessional to open up OBS and hit start recording and stuff. Don't mess around with that. Advanced for streaming, I recommend putting on a 6-second delay, maybe 5-second. I'd make sure you make the retry delay every 5 seconds and then just up this as high as you'd like it to go. Direct 3D11, that's fine. Don't mess around with anything you don't know what you're doing. Go to output, okay. And then you also, I can't change this, but go to simple, and then for streaming, keep it at 2500 kilobits per second bitrate. If YouTube Studio yells at you saying that's not good enough, up it to, up it to like 3000 to 3500. I wouldn't recommend going above 5000 for streaming Nitro Type, because you're really not going to need to go above that. But yeah, that's basically all your settings. If you need to rewatch this video a few times to get them all down, I understand. If you're still confused, you can contact me on Discord. I'll do a Discord call with you, and I'll walk you through pretty much everything you need to know. I also recommend going to a video on YouTube that explains this much better than I do. This is just brief settings. There's a lot more stuff you should change, and I will link a video like that in the description. That is basically how you stream. Like I said, once you have everything hooked up, your stream key, just hit start streaming. It'll start, go to your YouTube Studio, and it should show up, and then you're basically good to go. Just make sure your audio is working. One more thing, and this is how to set up scenes in OBS. I know I'm being very scatterbrained today, but if I go to my live recording scene, I have all this stuff, and I'm not actually gonna change this microphone real quick. I don't want to make anyone go deaf. Basically, screen capture, right? And then I have my webcam, which is going to be pointed at my keyboard when I stream. Then I have my background, and then finishing season 36. I'm going to change this back to Halloween Event Live. And then, so this is just pretty simple. This is a pretty simple streaming setup. But you can also do, if you want, like I always do at the beginning of my stream starting soon. When I'm doing this, I have my mic muted, and I'm basically just putting the stream in several Discord servers that allow me to do so people show up. And I also make sure quality's fine. I listen to the audio. Well, I can't listen to the audio. I listen to stuff, make sure it's good. I make sure the quality's fine. I make sure the delay is fine. I make sure my internet download speed is still good, just so it doesn't crash or anything. And then if I have my "we'll be right back" thing, it's basically the same thing. I don't know why that's not centered. That didn't do anything. I don't know. But then we have stuff like that, and then video recording scene is just my webcam and my screen capture. We'll move the webcam back up towards me. I'm going to try not to make anyone go deaf, because moving this thing makes it really loud. But yeah, hopefully this really helped you. I've heard that Restream does make you get a phone number. I know a workaround for that, so if you're trying to sign up for that on Restream and they're making you get a phone number, I know a workaround for that. DM me on Discord, I'll tell you how to do it. It's not illegal or anything, it's just it's like a free number website. And you basically just get a free phone number, put it in, it'll send you whatever verification code. Cannot talk today. It'll send you your verification code, you can get that, put it in, and it should let you stream. But yeah, hopefully this video was helpful for anyone who's wondering how to stream or record. It could have definitely been more uniform, could have been, it doesn't need to be as scatterbrained as it was, I'm sorry about that. It's just, it is a little complicated. Streaming isn't as complicated as video recording. Setting up scenes is pretty complicated. And if you really want to get technical with OBS, it can get super hard. But I showed you the basics today. If you need it to be said from somebody who's better at talking and recording at the same time, I will link a better video in the description for anyone who's confused on advanced settings, because I did not go over advanced settings, I just went over the basic stuff. And then if you are confused on how to test your internet speed, like I said, speedtest.net, make sure your upload's above 2 megabits per second. I would recommend having a ping. I guess for streaming, ping is important. Have a ping of less than 75 milliseconds. If it's above that, just move closer to your router. If that isn't fixing it, well then your internet may not be the greatest, you may not be able to stream, or you'll have to stream on lower quality. But that is it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. One last thing, somebody did comment on my giveaway results, basically accusing my giveaways of being fake, and I'm not trying to call this person out, because there is a chance they were confused. My giveaways work by, I'll make a video saying, hey, there's a giveaway going on, I'll say how much it is, how to enter. Once you've entered in the comments, basically you just put your racer profile, so public profile. Just put that last part, and that'll allow me, if this wasn't me, we have a little button up here, send cash, I can send you cash if you win. It's pretty simple. And then I just do a random number generator with Google Sheets, so I have my Google Sheets 1 through however many people enter. Last time it was 11. 1 through 11, hit generate. I think number 9 won. So these are not rigged, these are not fake. just wanted to point that out because I do put a lot of work into my giveaways in terms of like earning the cash to give away, and I want to make sure nobody's confused about anything, because the last thing I want is for my fans to be confused about something as important as giveaways. That is truly it for today's video. Now I hope you all enjoyed, hopefully it all helped. Like I said, if you need help, DM me on Discord. I'll put my Discord contact in the description. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great day.